Hi, welcome back. Yes, I am still alive, don't worry. Welcome back to my YouTube. I'm so sorry I haven't been posting videos in a while. I started my job full time. I work in a primary school, so obviously that's 9 to 5, 5 days a week. And then at the weekends, I've just been so busy and I don't really get the house to myself, and that's when I like to film. And I think I just lost confidence with the whole YouTube thing. I don't know why, because it's a hobby and it's nothing to be embarrassed about, really. But today I thought I'd fill you in on everything theatre-wise I've been to see and been a part of in 2016 so far. I mean, I know we're only in July, and I'll let you know about my plans for the rest of the year. But I've seen quite a lot of things. I've been to some things and stuff like that. So if you're interested, then stay watching. This isn't in chronological order because I just grabbed the pile and I can't be bothered to remember what dates I've seen them and stuff like that. So I'm just picking random things out of my pile, which is like here. Okay. So the first things in my pile is, oh, can you see that? Tell Me on a Sunday with Jodie Prenger in it. If you're not aware who Jodie Prenger is, she basically won a competition for the Search for Nancy for the Andrew Lloyd Webber's production in London in the West End a good few years ago now. But literally she's thrived. She's been on TV and she's been on so many other shows that, oh, she's incredible. I love her. And this is a one-woman show. If you're not aware of Tell Me on a Sunday, it's by Andrew Lloyd Webber and it's a one-woman show and it's one act. And it's all songs, literally all songs. Like about 25 songs, I think. I'm not sure. But it wasn't my favourite, but it was an experience, especially musical-wise, because, the staging and the costumes was very outdated. I think it was meant to be set in the 80s because it was very like, burgundy carpets and all the clashing patterns and that sort of thing. And basically it's about an actress who moves to New York to become famous on Broadway and about her exploits with numerous men. Let's just put it that way. So yeah, we had the musical in the first act, and then the second act after the interval was like a Q&A with Jodie Prenger, and she sung a few songs, and it was lovely. It was a different experience, but it wasn't my favourite. But I enjoyed some of the songs as well. Oh, and also I'm sorry for my appearance. I've literally just got back from work, so I'm looking a bit worse for wear at the minute. The next one on my pile is Jumpy. Now Jumpy, Jumpy is a play at my local theatre. It had a cast of about 6 or 8, and it's basically about a woman in her, sorry, that was my phone, her late 40s to early 50s, and about like menopause and experience with marriage struggles and her children growing up and going out into the big wide world, and just things that happen with that, and about being a woman in that sort of age. And it was I loved it. The story was so powerful. Obviously I'm not going to give spoilers away, but it was just, and the set was amazing and the cast was incredible. It was really funny at times and obviously really like moving at times, and it was just like, expect the unexpected if you go and watch that show. Just things that happen that you would never even think of, like literally. And it was very contemporary, like in the transitions of the scenes they done like dance, like it wasn't even like, not like a dance, not like a musical dance, like contemporary dance sort of thing. But yeah, it was very different, but I would love to see that again. It was incredible. The next show that's in my pile is Hairspray. I saw the UK tour back in April and I loved it. I have such a huge love for the film. Like, I love the film so much that I was a bit like, oh, I'm not really sure. Like, when Tracy started singing Good Morning Baltimore, I wasn't too sure. But once you get into it, and I was like, oh my god, I'm watching Hairspray live, which I never thought I'd ever do in my life. I really got into it. I really, really got into it. Highlights for me were, I loved Lauren Stroud, who played Amber. She was the cutest Amber ever. I could not hate her because she was just, and she was incredible. I couldn't stop watching her dance and everything. She's amazing. Like, she just captivated me. And I love Seaweed as well. I can't remember who played him. Let me double check. Dexley. And who played Tracy? Oh, Claire Sweeney played Velma Von Tussle, which I didn't really like her portrayal. I think it's just because I'm so used to the characters in the films and the way they're portrayed that I was a bit close-minded when it came to this production. So, yeah, so there was a few characters that I didn't really agree with the way they were performed. Like, and as well, the what's her name? Wilma wasn't as funny, if you know what I mean. I don't know whether that's what I don't know. She just wasn't as funny. Like, I don't know. But overall, I really enjoyed it. It was such a good night out, and I loved that they all got us up dancing at the end, and it was very much audience involved as well. It was such an intimate show, despite the scale of it. But at the end, I came out like loving life. It was just incredible. Love that. Next one is quite a small play, which you probably never heard of in your life, called A Regular Little Houdini. My friend, who I will tell you more about later on because it's to do with another thing in my file, he wrote and directed and produced his own one-man show called A Regular Little Houdini, based in Newport, which is in South Wales. And it's just about this young boy who aspires to be like Houdini, and how his love of that sort of, the way Houdini performs tricks and things like that, and his mindset and everything, how it impacted his life and things like that. And it was good. I was really proud of my friend. It was so good, and he's taken America by storm with it, and he's performing in the Edinburgh Fringe Festival with it. He's won awards, and I really enjoyed it. I wouldn't think, obviously it being a play and a one-man show, I thought, oh God, I'm not going to enjoy this. I'm not going to stay captivated. It's going to be boring. But he kept my attention the whole time. It left things to your imagination, because the set was so minimal, and the lighting, it wasn't minimal. You only needed certain effects at certain times, which worked really well. You can tell how much thought he's put into this. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. The next thing I went to see was West End Live. It's basically, I'd say it's London's version of, is it Broadway and Bryant Park, I think? I think it's to a bigger scale, because I'm not sure whether on Broadway they perform in their costumes and things. When West End Live, it's a full-on festival, and they all perform in their costumes, all the casts in the different shows and stuff. And we have like musical theatre artists, so Ramin Karimloo sung here, Daniel Boyes, Nathan Amsey, Ian McIntosh, like on the Sunday, and they had like stage schools as well. And on the Saturday it was like all the big performances, so like Wicked, which I'll tell you the lineup actually. There's photos of it on my Instagram, shameless plug, at BethMGX. You can see a picture of the stage and stuff if you want to visualise it, or you can just Google it, do whatever you want. But it was literally incredible. I've been wanting to go to this for about 6 years now, and I finally went, and I'm going to go every year after that. It was just, oh my God, it was insane. I loved it. So on the Saturday we had Motown, Crazy for You, Wicked, Showboat, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Kinky Boots, Sunny Afternoon, Les Mis, Matilda, Phantom, Beautiful, Mamma Mia, Jersey Boys, Gobsmacked, which was like an a cappella band, Thriller Live, Pirates of Penzance, Jesus Christ Superstar, The Wedding Singer, The Secret Garden, Sylvia Young Theatre School, Blend West End, Spirit Young Performers Company, Bumble Scratch, Royal Opera Chorus, West End Musical Choir, The Stripper, Stomp, and In the Heights. That was Saturday's lineup. And then Sunday was The Lion King, Stomp, Guys and Dolls, Thriller, Matilda, Matt Cardle, The Bodyguard, Michael Xavier, Barbu, West End Kids, Chicken Shed, West End Masterclass, The Barricade Boys, Ferris and Milnes, Madame Butterfly, the West End Gospel Choir, Jersey Boys, Samantha Barks, Murder Ballad, Breakfast at Tiffany's, American Idiots, Showstopper, Daniel Boyes, Nathan Amsey, Ian McIntosh, Stephen Raymond Hughes, and Ramin Karimloo. And it was such a full-on weekend, but I would not change it for the world. It was incredible. You could come and go as you wanted. It was free. The crowd was amazing. And then I couldn't go to London and not see a show in the evening. So I finally got to go see Book of Mormon, which I wanted to see for absolutely years now. I've been obsessed with the soundtrack ever since I think I was in sixth form. I remember listening to the songs and just loving life. And literally it exceeded my expectations. I love that show so much. I'm still addicted to the soundtrack now. I loved it so much. So my elder price was KJ Hippensteel, which I'm sure he's been in like an American tour of it or something. I remember reading. Well, let's go back to elder price. Obviously I've never seen the show before, but obviously I have my perception of the way Elder Price is performed through listening to Andrew Rannells and watching clips and things like that. And KJ, he performed it, like, obviously he was so good, but it wasn't the way I perform it. I think he made Elder Price seem obnoxious and things. Like, I'm not sure if that's how he's supposed to be portrayed, but that's not how I expected Elder Price to be portrayed, if you know what I mean. Like, I thought he'd be so enthusiastic that he was like, oh, I deserve to have this amazing mission and change the Mormon church forever. Not that, oh, because I'm fantastic and I don't need anybody else, so, you know, I don't know. That was just my opinion. Elder Cunningham was Brian Sears, and he was in the original cast of Book of Mormon, not as Elder Cunningham, but he was in, I think he was one of the other elders. Literally, I love him so much. He was so funny. And compared to some clips I've seen and stuff like that, he brings his own things into the role. Like, he kept calling Nabalugi, I think it is, like different names like Nigel Farage and stuff like that. Like things that related to the British audiences, if you know what I mean. And just things, I don't know, I just loved him so much. He was so funny. He was the highlight for me. But yeah, Book of Mormon was amazing. Now one of my favourite musicals. I love it so much. Another one, I've seen quite a lot of different theatre this year. Another one I've seen was Tom, A Story of Tom Jones, which people will be like, what? There's a Tom Jones musical. The main reason at the beginning that I went to go see this is because the pantomime, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. Like, people who know me know I'm a complete panto freak. I love the panto, and I go that many times that I've made friends with like the regulars of the cast, and three of them, Philip Harris, Daniel Lloyd and Tom Connor, were in this production. So I literally went to go and support them. But it was actually, I loved it. It was insane. It was about the story of how Tom Jones became so successful and how he struggled to get a career in music in the first place, with obviously coming from a working class background in Pontypridd in South Wales, to going and getting like a massive record contract in London. But it was incredible. I was sat front row, and it was very again, another intimate show. Like, when it was a musical, because they put whenever Tom would go and perform in nightclubs and stuff, they perform the songs, obviously, so they performed to us. And the guy who played Tom Jones, Kit Horton, literally, he was so good. He sounded like Tom Jones. He'd done all his moves and stuff, and he was really good, and he'd sing to the crowd, and at the end he had like a musical, like a music number, like as if he'd made it, like when he did make it as Tom Jones. And it was so good. It was so funny, it was emotional, and yeah, it was just incredible. I loved it. I really did, and I'm really happy I went to go and see it now. Right, pantomime time. Cinderella this year. It was so good. Loved it. My favourite was back, James Haggie. I don't think, was it last year, wasn't it? Oh no, he was in it last year. What am I on about? Daniel Lloyd, he'd just come back from the Commitments in London. He was back. Favourite time of the year, Christmas, pantomime, just, I love it so much. Sorry, my phone, that was annoying. But yeah, the cast is absolutely incredible, but it's just put together so well, and it almost feels like it could be in London. It almost feels like a West End show. It's literally incredible. I love my pantomime so much, and this year it's Aladdin. I'm so excited. I need to book my tickets. Okay, now this one, I feel like I've been rambling on for ages. I have. It's 20 minutes already, but I need to, the huge thing happened in my life this year. I fulfilled one of my lifetime dreams to perform in a professional production at my local theatre. I know you're probably thinking, like, she's not a professional actress. How has this happened? Basically, my local theatre sent an email out saying, we're doing a show and we want auditions for them. We're holding auditions for a community cast because we want the community to get more involved with the theatre. And I saw the cast list, and it was full of actors that I knew and I'd seen on TV or on stage, and I read the synopsis of the play, and it was going to be a huge production. So I auditioned and I got it. And I've lived out my dream. I've performed, I've been in a professional rehearsal space and worked with a really well-known director and creative team. I've been, we'd literally done the whole shebang. I had dresses, we had a wig, had press night and things like that. It was literally the most incredible experience of my life. It was so draining because obviously I had a day job, and then as soon as I came home I literally went straight to the theatre to get my wig done and my makeup done and get changed and stuff. But it was so draining, but it was so worth it. I've learned so much about the business, and I've made a really lovely group of friends out of it. And I wouldn't change for the world. It was one of the best experiences of my life. It's called, I was in a show, I haven't even said the title of the show, Cyrano de Bergerac, which apparently is a classic, but I'd never heard of it before. Look up the plot, it's really good. It's a really dramatic show. It was 3 hours, but I love it so much. And it was just incredible. I wouldn't change it for the world, literally. Yes. That was a huge thing that happened this year. The main highlight of this year was being in a huge professional production show, which ran for about 3 weeks in my local theatre. And we were on the What's on Stage website, the stage. We got really good reviews, and I'm just so happy it went down really well. And yeah, it was incredible. So that was my theatrical year so far. Sorry you've been sat here listening to me ramble for ages. What have I got booked for the rest of the year? In August I'm going down to London for a weekend. I'm seeing Wicked again. Wicked, Guys and Dolls. I've already seen a production of Guys and Dolls, but it'd be interesting to see this one with Rebel Wilson. And I'm seeing Kinky Boots because I fell in love with it after West End Live and I'm dying to see it. And hopefully another show. I don't know what show yet, but those two I'm definitely seeing. I'm seeing Rent because it's the 20th anniversary UK tour, and it starts off in my local theatre, which is literally 2 minutes down the road. So I was like, I booked front row for the opening night, and I'll probably book to go again because I'm seeing Rent live. I can't believe I'm saying that. And then other things that are coming, I think I'm seeing Little Shop of Horrors again, a different production, which is touring the UK in August. What else is coming around here? I'm going to try and catch Ghost. That tour's coming around here. And I'm sure there's some other things. But hopefully I will do reviews on them as soon as I've seen them, so they're fresh in my mind. And sorry about this really cluttered background. I am moving rooms soon, so hopefully the next time you see me will be with a nicer background. And yes, thank you for watching, and hopefully I won't be absent for as long as I was last time. It's really good to be back, and I will see you soon. Bye!